one hot and one cold. The water comes from the fill valve up through this tube and is sprayed into the machine. On the side here we have where this rubber hose, remember the pressure hose, which tells the machine when to stop filling with water, hooks onto the side of the tank down here. As the water comes up, it increases the pressure in here, which throws the switch up here. In the center here we have the agitator. On these machines, the agitator is only meant to be able to turn in one direction with your hand. So it has a ratchet mechanism in there. This one is broken. You can spin it both ways. If that's the case, you need to replace the dog legs which are in here, these little plastic pieces. And in fact, I have some here. You can see them in this bag. They cost you less than $1. There's a 7/16 bolt in here. You undo it, you pull the agitator out. The agitator separates and you can see where they went. You just slide a new set in and now this will only ratchet in one direction. So that's that. If those are broken, make sure you replace them. At the bottom here we have the pump and the motor, and the transmission goes up inside. And that's it basically for the parts. There's not a whole lot to them. They're a simple machine. They're a very well designed machine. And there's that old adage, keep things simple. With this machine, that's exactly what they did. This machine's been on the market for probably about 15 years now. Been a very reliable machine. All right, as far as repairing this, again, go back to your cheat sheets and follow the diagnostics step by step. You'll be able to diagnose one of these machines probably in about 4 minutes exactly. Pinpoint what the problem is, if there is a problem. Take care of it very inexpensively, so just follow those instructions. Okay, so how often do things go wrong? The water fill switch, the water level control, maybe 5%. The way you find out this is bad, the water is going to come out over the top. If it doesn't shut off the water, it's just going to keep filling and filling and filling. So if you find, you can see right here on this machine where the water level was originally coming to, if it just keeps filling, either this is bad or this hose has come loose or this hose has a pinprick in it. On these hoses, if you find they don't have a very good fit on the end of it, what happens, the ends of these stretch out. All you need to do is get a pair of cutters, just snip off the end so you've got some fresh hose, and you'll find you get a nice tight fit back on there again. Make sure you connect it both ways. Also make sure that you reroute this tube the same way that it came out. You see this little bracket here, because if you just let this hang over here, when you put the cabinet back, it's going to smash against that hose and block it off, and the thing is going to flood. How do I know that? Because I did it once. Anyway, so you don't have to do that. I already did that, I already made the floor wet, so you don't have to do that. Make sure you route it correctly. So we have this maybe 5% of the time. These temperature switches, maybe 1% of the time if you're lucky. It's not, I mean, check them if you want, but keep your, don't waste time on it, because really that's what the problem's going to be. Timers, maybe 5% of the time. I showed you how to diagnose the timer. You're not going to see that very often. Fill valves. The fill valve is one unit. I'm going to show you one of those real quickly. If you buy this part number the whole time, these are about $6. It will fit every single machine that you have. Okay, now this is what happens if you let these roll around the truck, you break the end off them. So this one's going to end up in the garbage, but you can see what it is, straight out of the packet. Alright, your hoses go on the back of here. This is bolted to the rear bulkhead of the machine. Actually it goes this a ways. You have your hot and your cold. These solenoids right here, all they